do not play in the November and December. December is our end of year, so it is technically halfway through the amount of months that we play. So, yeah, the players are off. We had our readies and our 3, 2, 1 go. Rez has a ton of red that they're dealing with on the top of their line.
Yeah, I don't love this top line for Rezamatic, but I love that play that just brings everything down.
Hmm.
Very well done. And this is going to be another good setup. I really like what Rezamatic is putting down for us. Making things work in suboptimal conditions is a hallmark of quality play. Speaking of suboptimal conditions, JB's board was not from the start a great one. He is continuing to have a little bit of a struggle with it. I think though he is thinking horizontal, setting up that red that way is not gonna. I guess it will work out because he's got the blues over top, so he will be able to get himself out of that one. But just a really tough row to hoe here for JB.
Yeah, and I think that that blue that he tucked in column 3 might have been a misplay. He probably was trying to get that over a little bit further to like be on top of that red in column 3. Resomatic out at a 116. That's a great time for this 6 to 9 bracket. But yes, JB's just trying to build, trying to get under his board here. But the pills that he's being given are just not helping with that. And now on Rez's side, a lot of yellow to speak of, but still getting yellow from the doctor. So a little bit of RNG help there.
Yeah, JB's got to be thinking horizontal on those blues in the bottom row. That's going to be exactly what he needs to get there. Now he just needs this yellow and 3 more reds so he can join Resomatic in level 7. You hate to see a 2-minute level 6, but sometimes that's just the way the game goes.
Hmm. Oh, that was a beautiful drop clear by Rez. Everything in the right place, which is what you want. But a very floaty board, not many pills all the way down his board. So we'll see how drop time affects his speed here in this level 7. JB joining in level 7 and has some setups of his own.
Yeah, again, another suboptimal top line for JB. He doesn't have a lot of access to blue, and it hasn't really come back to bite him yet, but there's a good chance that it will if he doesn't get some uncovered here fairly quickly. As yeah, the all the blue is really buried in this board, as you can see right there. It's not been too big of a deal though, as he is now just 9 viruses behind Rezamatic, and with that set up, he's looking for a lightning bolt. Let's see if the doc will give him a red blue. He's not going to go for it. I don't blame him, but there's the red blue,
uh,
and
he
yeah,
is he is kind of concerned with that. Oh, he just
yep, that
all
is
right.
a DNF for JB.
Hmm.
He's trying to avoid getting tilted there. That is
Yeah.
a strategic move. We've seen it from some of our other players in the past. Just trying to avoid getting completely tilted. It does happen, and Rez will need to just go ahead and finish out this level block
Hmm.
per our current rule set. So I can just go ahead and do that pretty well unimpeded. Nice setup there, and JB just going to take himself a second, get himself reconditioned so that he is ready to go for game number 2.
Hmm. And Rez is just making sure that when he's making a play, he's looking down his board and making sure everything drops in the right place and no trash to speak of. Like this yellow was because he didn't have anywhere else to put yellow, so that's kind of some strategic trash on his side here. And yeah, just everything very, very clean for Rez right now.
Yep. And oh, just sees that just in time. He wasn't really sure where to put that red blue up until it showed up and just found the right spot. Going to be a good level 8 as Rez not going to make the sub minute and a half that we're always talking about, but
Hmm.
it's not really what you expect from any player in silver. Although, as we said at the top, Rezamatic not somebody we've seen in the silver bracket all that often.
Hmm. uh, really just comes out of the gate swinging when he first started, and showing that he knows where to put the pills that the doctor gives him, and that's like the first step of learning this game.
All right, we're back in. Just getting some clarification on the rules with our restreamer, the Dave, who is also one of our rules meisters. He's gonna go look into just some minor stuff that we are taking a look at. But you can see this level 9 going pretty well for Rez. Not a lot of yellow to speak of here on this top line, but uh, we're gonna see how well he can use what he's getting. And this has been, oh, this is great play.
Yeah, and look where those yellows are going exactly with where he wants them to go in that forward thinking. He's looking ahead of his board. He sees a clear possibility. He takes it right here. Now he has those yellows set up in column 8 to have another clear. Decides not to do it yet because he only needs one yellow, so he would be wasting technically a yellow pill half there if he was to use it in that column 8. So just very great playing from Rez, just showing why he is our number one seed here, and showing off, and we love the show, definitely do.
Yeah, and let's see. Okay, I was kind of hoping maybe he was going to set that red blue, yeah, on top of the red over there and go ahead and get the horizontal going for this pair of blues. Gonna get it anyway. The blues didn't turn out to be an issue, and out of the 717 is Rezamatic taking game number 1 as we knew, and we're gonna get JB back in the match here and get these players ready for game number 2.
Yeah. And the 717, a really good time. We normally, for gold bracket, we try to get that sub 7, but a very good time and good showing of the level 6 to 9. And this is actually our first level bracket that is also played in gold. So, the people that are in silver can kind of see how their times are with our hot times that are on our website. So.
Yes, indeed. Of course, you can find that website at monthly.drmc.gg, which is not where you can find our Discord. That will be in the chat here in just a moment.
Who's going to type it first?
Not me. I was getting another message in. All right. Getting requests for the crows to be fed. We'll see what happens here in this one as we've got our 3, 2, 1 and pills.
Speaking of other commands that we have in our site, JB is wearing some of our merch from our 2024 season of the DrMC versus side of things. So we went on the road, and I love the style of t-shirt that he's repping right there. So anyway, we are 3, 2, 1, go. Both of these players already off, and Rezamatic has a very floaty board. Taking it down, these reds up here. Wish he would have had one more double red to take that red in column 8 down, but he's just going to keep on playing now. Just a bunch of yellow he needs.
Yeah, it's a nice board. JV's has been really nice as well. It's definitely been a much more just a more of a board that you'd want to see compared to the honestly just garbage boards that he got in the last game. I yeah, I know he's telling the doctor off right now, but these plays have been really good, and as long as he starts getting some blue, he should be out pretty soon. But a 108 from Rezamatic, that is
Wow.
blazing. That is good times. no matter what level you're playing on, and a 118 from JB to match him. So just about a 10-second difference, and level 8s that neither player should be ashamed of.
Yeah, for sure. And Rezamatic just like having having some awesome plays over here. Sorry if you hear my kiddo in the background. She's very excited that it's the end of school over here.
Well, I mean, who's not excited for the end of school? JB with a lot of blue on this top line. We'll see how that's going to go. Actually, Resumatic with a lot of blue as well. So it's
Hmm.
really going to be a question of who's going to get it first. Resumatic decides not to take the horizontal that would have cleared garbage and just instead powering through, using every pill for viruses where possible. And that is usually a good rule of thumb to keep. We'll see if it worked out for this one. JP possibly setting up a horizontal on the
Wow.
bottom. We're just going to see if that is the way that's going to work out. I think it is. Yeah, that's what he's signaling as well.
Yeah, Resumatic did have a drop clear that they took. It did cut off the horizontal that they were building for these blues. But not going to let that stop them. Did set up to take them vertical instead, just needing a few more red to get out of this level 7. A few more red. There's one, and there's the next one. Out of the 247 again, ahead of the 8 ball here is Resumatic into his level 8.
And JB not going to be very far behind. This end of this level is going to be pretty nice, especially if he gets some reds before he gets a bunch of blues. There's one of the
Mm-hmm.
reds that he needs. Uh, Interesting placement. Not sure what the plan is for that, but yeah, I do know what the plan is for these blues. So now he just needs a red and then two blues in that order.
Mm-hmm.
There's the red, and
And we say
there's
this all the
one.
time, that players need to play with what they feel comfortable with. If you're not feeling comfortable with setting up a tee or a swim or something like that, the way you play the best is playing your style. And so, JB did just that, had a little adjustment because he maybe didn't feel comfortable with the move he was making. But now back into level 8, and only a 10 virus difference between the two.
And we've seen virus differences a lot greater being taken care or being knocked out very quickly in this level block, especially when you're getting the pills that JB is getting. He's knocked it down to 5 viruses, and
Wow.
it's been a good board, but you have to play good boards well.
Hmm.
And he has seen every pill that he has found that has a really good use. He has knocked it out of the park and looking to really bring things back and possibly force the Crows to eat a little bit more after they stuffed themselves in our main bracket earlier in the month.
Yeah, Rezamatic making some good plays to limit his drop time and just needing this blue, and he's added a 449, getting exactly what he needed those last few pills to get into this level 9. So great playing, but JB really, really close, needing a few more reds, and then a yellow on his column 1, decides to take the reds first together, and then has a yellow right here out at a 512. So just a little bit behind, but he made up a ton of time there.
Yeah, we're looking at about an 8 virus chase down here in this final level. JB going to get some quick plays to make that work out, but Resumatic so far not making any mistakes early on in this board is looking at down the barrel at a lot of red on this top line,
Hmm.
but he's proven so far that that sort of thing isn't going to bother him. He's going to find ways to play just about any pill that he can get. Shades of some of our top players, your Adelitos, your Packies, your Swongs with thoughts like that.
Hmm. Let's see if he sees the T clear here and tries to go for it. He does. Oh my goodness. This is fantastic. But didn't decide to do the T clear again. Just opting for the vertical of just those blues. but that was an amazing tuck clear or tuck in there for Rezamatic to set everything up where it needed to be. And now just needing those reds that you were talking about, Ook.
Yep, as we get a bit of a reset here going on in our view here, we should get everything back here in just a moment. But it was an 8 virus difference when we left it. We're going to see what it looks like when we get back. And JB's the first one back in. He's looking for a lot of red. Looks like it might be that Rezamatic was frozen. I think I see him at a
Oh, yep.
622, and there it is. Is he going to get the blue? There he goes at a 658, and JP going to be just behind that.
Oh,
Needed the 3 reds. There's 1, there's 2, there is 3. A very respectable 704. It's not going to be enough, but man, oh man, what a well played game 2 from JB Henry.